Hi there. I haven't really documented my process of injections for what I've been doing lately, which has been getting myself prepared for egg donation. So I thought I would go ahead and show what I do for my injections that I've been doing daily for today is day 11, and tonight is my last dose. I do one more injection in the morning and my trigger shot tomorrow night. So since this is really my last dose of the original medications, the OG meds, I thought I would document it if anybody's interested, or this just might be for myself so I can look back on it later in life and be like, wow, I did that. So I have everything laid out here. I have the Menopur, which is one of the medications that I'm on, as well as the Gonal, which is in a preloaded pen. And the facility I'm going to showed me how to mix them, so I only have to give myself one injection rather than two, even though it's two meds, so I'm all about that. So I have my syringe out, I have a Q-cap out, which is something that attaches to the end of the syringe, and it matches right up to the vial here, so it makes it a little easier, I guess. I work at an animal hospital, so I'm used to working with vials and vaccines and syringes, so my cat's making noise in the background because I put him in the bathroom so he doesn't get into this, so sorry about that. So I just like to have everything open. I've got my needle here. It's a 27 gauge needle, so it's pretty small. Normally what's used at a doctor's office for injections is a 22 gauge needle. The larger the needle, the smaller the number, if that makes sense. So like for blood draws, for blood donation, they'll use a 16 or an 18 gauge needle, which is like a PVC pipe. It's giant. So a 27 and then a 29 gauge needle, so what's on this pen, are really, really small. So that part doesn't hurt. The medication can tend to burn a little bit, but I've gotten used to it. Got these alcohol pads in here. Let's take one out. Got a box right here of all the goodies. So I take off the caps, just putting them in my sharps container here, to the Menopur. I'll open up the alcohol swab pad thing. I just wipe off the tops to both of those, and then I hold on to this, and I use it on my actual stomach before I inject myself. And then I will facet, I'll put the Q-cap on the syringe, and I pull it down to the 1, pull it back with air, then the saline solution, poke it through, so you can see how it attaches on there. It's pretty cool. Press the air in, I'll turn it upside down, and for me, everybody's a little different. I fill this to the 1, so I kind of bring it down a bit so I can tap out air bubbles, and then push it back up to the 1. Then I take off the saline with the Q-cap still attached to the syringe, and then I toss this so I don't confuse it with the actual medication, so I don't inject myself with saline rather than the meds. Then the Menopur powder, I just put that right on top and kind of swirl it around to mix it. Then normally if you were going to be giving yourself a Menopur injection and a Gonal injection, you would draw this back up into the syringe, but sometimes it gets you. I'm going to take that off, and Menopur is all mixed. I'll leave it there. Now I'm going to mix up, sort of. I'll dial back my dose for Gonal, and then I'll inject that into the Menopur. So for me, take the pen cap off, put the needle on. And like I said earlier, this is a 29 gauge needle, so it's even smaller than the one I'm gonna poke myself with. So it's really, I don't even know if you can see it, really tiny. Tiny, tiny. So my dose is 250. So I'm just dialing on here till it says 250. I don't know which way is right. Probably right the first way. I don't know. So my dose is dialed up. I'm gonna poke the Menopure, and you can see as I press, it goes down to 0. That's so cool. Take that out. Ooh. So Menopure and Gonal in here. Put this cap on. Try to take off this needle. Got it. Put that in my sharps container. Put the cap back on. And I'm done with the Gonal. And then the mixture of the two, I'll just draw back up in the syringe. And usually it's between 1 to 1.5 milliliters. And I pull it back a lot so that there's extra air in there. I'll take off this. See, my sharps container is so full, they're not fitting in here anymore. So then I'll push it back up till the liquid's pretty much to the top. Take the needle, the 27 gauge needle is on here. Secure that, open it, and then I push it up until a drop comes out. So a drop came out. You see, it's even smaller than the 29 gauge, like lengthwise, and it's still a pretty tiny needle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So I've been using my abdomen. Sorry if this freaks you out with my little pudge that's been going on, but you can see a little bit of bruising here and a little bit here, kind of gone back and forth to the alcohol thing, alcohol pad that I saved. I'm going to use to get the area ready. Pinch the skin. Then I will inject myself. Done. Bloop, bloop, bloop. That's it. So, put this back on. Sharps container it goes. That's my last dose of Gonal and Menopure. So, like I said, tomorrow morning I will give myself an injection of, where is it in here? Got a whole bunch of stuff in this box. My last box of Ganirelix, I'm probably saying that wrong, acetate. This medication helps me from naturally ovulating all these follicles or eggs that I'm creating away, so I'm not ovulating them until they want me to for the procedure. So one more, I had 6 of these total, so I've been doing this for 5 days in a row now. Tomorrow will be 6. So I got one more poke in the morning, and then tomorrow night I do my trigger shot. So that's pretty much how I would get everything together. I will definitely do more videos of like my whole process of things and kind of an overview. Today is Monday, September 17th. Tomorrow's the 18th, Tuesday. I'll be giving myself the trigger shot then. I go back to see the doctor Wednesday the 19th for blood work, and then my procedure is on Thursday the 20th at 7 a.m. So I'll have more to talk about then, I guess. I'll probably do another video of this when I'm doing the trigger shot tomorrow. It's at 8:30 p.m. Has to be a very specific time. I've been usually giving myself injections between 6:30 and 7 o'clock at night the last 11 days. And in the morning, I give myself the Ganirelix the last 5 days between 6 and 6:30 a.m. So, yeah, not so bad so far. So far, so good, whichever way. That's about it. I will keep in touch and answer more questions and my whole thought process of the whole experience once it's all done. And that's what I got for tonight. Bye.